Level 1. The Halcon. You're 15 years old. You live in Culiacan, Sinaloa. Your father picks tomatoes for 80 pesos a day. Your mother cleans houses. You share a 2-room house with 7 people. There's no future here, no jobs, no hope. But you see them, the men in trucks, Ford Raptors, Silverados with tinted windows. They wear designer clothes, they have gold chains. When they walk into a restaurant, everyone stands up. You want that respect. You start hanging around the corner store where they buy cigarettes and beer. You don't ask questions, you just exist. You sweep the sidewalk, you watch their trucks, you run errands without being asked. They notice you. One day, a guy named El Chino pulls you aside. You want to work? You nod. He hands you a cell phone. This is your only job. You sit on this corner. If you see police, military, or anyone suspicious, you call this number immediately. That's it. You're a halcon now, a hawk, a lookout. You make 500 pesos a week. That's more than your father makes in 6 days. You stand on that corner for 8 hours a day. You memorize every car that passes. You learn to spot unmarked police vehicles. You learn to recognize the military's movement patterns. You never ask what's in the trucks you're watching. You never ask where they're going. Asking questions gets you killed. You do this for 6 months. You prove you're not stupid. You prove you're not a snitch. You prove you can keep your mouth shut when the soldiers question you. The police offer you 2,000 pesos to talk. You spit at their feet. The cartel is watching. They're always watching. Level 2. The Barreros. You're 16 now. El Chino calls you to a meeting. You've been reliable. You're being promoted. You're now a Barrero, a mule. Your job is simple. Move packages from point A to point B. You don't touch the product. You don't open the packages. You don't ask what's inside. You just transport. Your first run is terrifying. You're given a backpack. It weighs 20 kilos. You're told to walk across the mountains to a village 8 hours away. You walk at night. The path is rocky. You hear animals in the darkness. You hear gunshots in the distance. You don't stop. When you arrive, a man is waiting. He takes the backpack. He hands you an envelope. Inside is 3,000 pesos. You just made more in one night than your father makes in a month. You do this twice a week. Sometimes you carry packages in a hidden compartment in a car. Sometimes you take a bus with drugs sewn into your jacket lining. Sometimes you cross the border through a tunnel. The tunnel is narrow. You crawl on your hands and knees for 200 meters. It's hot. You can barely breathe. But you make it. On the other side, someone is waiting. You hand over the package. You crawl back. You make 5,000 pesos per run. You're making money now. You buy new shoes. You buy your mother a new stove. You buy your little sister a birthday cake for the first time in her life. She hugs you and cries. Your father looks at you with fear in his eyes. He knows. He says nothing. You're 16 years old, and you're making more money than any legitimate job in Sinaloa could ever pay you. But you know the risk. 3 Barreros you started with are dead. 1 got caught by the military and they beat him to death trying to get information. 1 tried to steal from a package, and they found his body in pieces. 1 got stopped at a checkpoint. He's doing 15 years in prison. Level 3. The Sicario. You're 18. You've been moving product for 2 years without incident. You've proven yourself. El Chino introduces you to a man named El Tigre. He's a Sicario, an assassin. He looks you in the eyes and asks you one question. Can you kill? You don't hesitate. Yes. He hands you a pistol, a Glock 9mm. Tomorrow night, I'll pick you up. The next night, El Tigre picks you up in a black SUV. There are 3 other men in the truck. Nobody speaks. You drive for 30 minutes. You park outside a bar. El Tigre points to a man sitting at a table outside. That's him. He's been talking to the DEA. You feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. El Tigre looks at you. If you can't do this, get out now. You stay. After you walk across the street, the man sees you at the last second. His eyes go wide. You pull the trigger 3 times. He falls. You run back to the truck. You drive away. Nobody speaks. El Tigre drops you off at your house. Tomorrow, come to the ranch. You go inside. You don't sleep. You just killed a man. You threw up twice, but you did it. The next day, you go to the ranch. It's a compound outside the city, armed guards at the gate, horses, luxury trucks. El Tigre is waiting. You're in. You're a sicario now. You're given a new phone, a new weapon, an AR-15. You're paid 15,000 pesos a week. Your job is to enforce. When someone doesn't pay their plaza fee, you visit them. When a rival cartel member is spotted, you hunt them. When a snitch is identified, you eliminate them. You live in the shadows now. You wear a mask during operations. You change your appearance constantly. You sleep in different places every few nights. You trust no one. The government has a bounty on sicarios. 100,000 pesos for information leading to arrest. Your neighbors would sell you out in a heartbeat. Your own cousin would sell you out. Everyone is desperate. Everyone needs money. Level 4. The Jefe de Plaza. You're 22. You've survived 4 years as a sicario. You've been shot twice, once in the shoulder, once in the leg. You've killed 11 people. You don't think about them anymore. You've been arrested once. You spent 3 months in jail before the cartel bribed the judge to release you. You've proven you're loyal, you're smart, you're ruthless. You're promoted to Jefe de Plaza, boss of the territory. You control a small town, population 8,000. Every business in this town pays you. The grocery stores pay 5,000 pesos a month. The bars pay 10,000. The gas stations pay 15,000. The drug dealers pay 30% of their earnings. You have 20 men working under you. Sicarios, burreros, halcones. They all report to you. You collect the money. You take your cut. You pass the rest up to the regional boss. Your job is to keep the peace and keep the money flowing. If a store owner refuses to pay, you send 2 sicarios to persuade him. Usually, a broken window is enough. Sometimes, it requires more. If a rival cartel tries to move into your territory, you respond with violence. You don't negotiate, you eliminate. You're making 80,000 pesos a week now. You have a house. You have 3 trucks. You have a girlfriend who doesn't ask questions. You have power. When you walk into a restaurant, the owner gives you the best table, and the meal is free. The police don't bother you because half of them are on your payroll. The mayor calls you before he makes any major decisions. You're 22 years old, and you run an entire town. But you're paranoid. You have enemies everywhere. The military wants you. The DEA has your photo. Rival cartels have put a price on your head. 2 million pesos. Your own men might betray you for that money. You carry 2 guns at all times. You have bodyguards. You test your food before you eat it. You don't drink alcohol in public. You can never relax. Level 5. The Teniente. You're 26. You've controlled your plaza for 4 years without losing it. That's rare. Most jefes de plaza are dead or in prison within 2 years. But you're smart. You've built relationships. You've made the right people rich. You're promoted to Teniente, Lieutenant. You oversee 5 plazas. You have 5 jefes de plaza reporting to you. You manage a region. Your territory covers 50,000 people. Your job is coordination. You manage the drug routes. You decide which plaza handles which shipment. You negotiate with the local government. The police chief is on your payroll, 200,000 pesos a month. He tells you when the military is planning raids. He tells you when the DEA is in town. The governor's nephew works for you. He makes sure certain investigations disappear. You're also a diplomat. When there's conflict between your jefes, you settle it. When a rival cartel wants to negotiate, you're the one who meets with them. These meetings are tense. Both sides bring armed men. You meet in neutral territory, a ranch in the middle of nowhere. You discuss boundaries. You discuss prices. You discuss cooperation. Sometimes you reach an agreement. Sometimes talks break down and war erupts. You're making 400,000 pesos a week. You have multiple properties, a ranch, a house in the city, a condo in Mazatlan. You have a wife now, 2 kids. They live in Guadalajara, away from the violence. They think you're a businessman. You own a construction company as a front. It's legitimate on paper. The money gets laundered through it. You're living well, but you're exhausted. You manage hundreds of men. You handle millions of pesos every week. You make life and death decisions daily. A jefe stole from a shipment. You order him killed. A halcon got arrested and talked to police. You order his entire family killed. That's the rule. Betray the cartel and everyone you love dies. You don't enjoy it anymore. It's just business. Level 6. The Comandante. You're 30. You've been promoted again. You're a Comandante now. You're one of the top 20 men in the Sinaloa Cartel. You control an entire state. You have 15 tenientes reporting to you. You manage thousands of men. You oversee the movement of tons of cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and fentanyl every month. You don't live in Mexico anymore. You live in Culiacan, but you travel constantly. You spend time in Guadalajara, Mexico City, Tijuana. You meet with the suppliers, the Colombian cartels who provide the cocaine, the Chinese networks who provide the precursor chemicals for fentanyl. You negotiate prices. You negotiate quantities. You arrange transportation. You also manage the American side. You have distribution networks in Los Angeles, Phoenix, Chicago, New York. You never touch the drugs yourself. You never make calls on regular phones. You use encrypted devices that you destroy every week. You speak in code. Tomatoes means cocaine. Chickens means heroin. Fish means methamphetamine. If you say you're sending 200 chickens, you're sending 200 kilos of heroin. You're making 2 million pesos a week. You're a millionaire many times over. You have legitimate businesses, hotels, car dealerships, restaurants, farms, all used to launder money. You have accountants, lawyers. You have a team that manages your wealth. You invest in real estate. You have properties in the United States under shell companies. But you're more isolated than ever. You can't trust anyone. Your closest friend growing up is now a DEA informant. You found out and you had him killed. His betrayal hurt. You have bodyguards 24 hours a day, 8 men. They rotate shifts. They check your food. They sweep your cars for bombs and GPS trackers. You change vehicles every day. You sleep in different locations constantly. The Mexican government is hunting you. They have a special unit dedicated to capturing comandantes. The Americans have indictments waiting. If you step foot in the United States, you'll be arrested immediately. You haven't seen your kids in 2 years. It's too dangerous. The rivals could kidnap them. The government could use them against you. Your wife is terrified every day. She begs you to leave, to take the money and disappear. But you can't. You're too deep. The cartel won't let you retire. The only way out is death or prison. Level 7. The lugarteniente. You're 35. You've survived longer than almost anyone. Most men at your level are dead or serving life sentences in American supermax prisons. But you're still here. You've been promoted to lugarteniente, right-hand man. There are only 5 men at your level in the entire Sinaloa Cartel. You're in the inner circle. You report directly to El Mayo and the sons of El Chapo. You sit in meetings where decisions are made that affect the entire organization. Should we go to war with the Jalisco cartel? Should we expand into Europe? Should we focus more on fentanyl production? Your opinion matters. You have a vote. You manage billions of pesos annually. The logistics are staggering. You coordinate shipments across continents. Cocaine from Colombia through Central America into Mexico. Heroin from poppy fields in the mountains. Fentanyl labs that produce thousands of pills per day. Methamphetamine super labs that rival pharmaceutical facilities. All of this has to be moved, transported, distributed, sold. The money has to be collected, laundered, invested. You're making 5 million pesos a week. You're one of the richest men in Mexico. But you can't enjoy it. You live like a ghost. You have no social media, no public presence. You use fake names. You have dozens of fake IDs. You have plastic surgery to alter your appearance. You dye your hair. You wear colored contacts. You've changed your fingerprints using acid. The manhunt for you is international. The DEA has your file. Interpol has your photo. Every intelligence agency in the world is looking for you. There's a $5 million reward for information leading to your capture. Your face is on wanted posters. But nobody knows what you really look like anymore. You live in a fortified compound, 20-foot walls, armed guards, security cameras everywhere, attack dogs, underground tunnels for escape. You have helicopters on standby. If the military comes, you'll be gone in 90 seconds. You've rehearsed the escape 100 times. But despite all your precautions, you know it's only a matter of time. Everyone gets caught eventually. El Chapo got caught. Twice. The government has unlimited resources. They have satellites. They have informants. They have technology you can't even imagine. You're the most wanted man in Mexico, and eventually, your luck will run out. Level 8. The boss. There's one more level. El Mayo. Ismael Zambada Garcia. He's been running the Sinaloa Cartel for over 30 years. He's never been caught. He's a ghost. He moves constantly. He trusts no one. He communicates through layers of intermediaries. His orders flow down through the organization like a game of telephone. By the time they reach the streets, nobody knows they came from him. You will never reach this level. El Mayo built this empire. He survived wars with rival cartels. He survived government crackdowns. He survived betrayals from within. He's a legend, a myth. Some people think he's already dead and the cartel just uses his name. But he's alive, and he's still in control. The Sinaloa Cartel is his creation. Thousands of men work for him. Millions of people are affected by his decisions. The drugs his organization produces kill tens of thousands of Americans every year. Fentanyl has become the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 45. More than car accidents. More than guns. More than any disease. And it all flows from the Sinaloa Cartel. El Mayo is worth billions. He has more money than he could spend in 100 lifetimes. But he can never enjoy it. He can never stop. He can never retire. He's a prisoner of the empire he built. Level 9. The end. You're 40 years old. You've been in the Sinaloa Cartel for 25 years. You started as a halcon making 500 pesos a week. You're now a comandante managing a state. You've killed dozens of people. You've ordered the deaths of hundreds more. You've made hundreds of millions of pesos. You've lost count of how much. You sit in a safe house, alone. Your bodyguards are outside. You think about your life. Your father died 3 years ago. He never spoke to you again after you joined the cartel. Your mother cries every time you visit. Your wife left you, and she took the kids. They live in the United States now under new identities. They're safe. That's all that matters. You think about the 15-year-old kid you used to be, standing on a corner, watching the men in fancy trucks, wanting their respect, wanting their money. You got it. You got everything you wanted, and it cost you everything. There's a knock on the door. Your bodyguard enters. Boss, we have a problem. A shipment was intercepted. The military is setting up checkpoints everywhere. They're looking for you. You need to move. Now, you stand up. You grab your phone, your gun, your bag of cash. You walk out to the truck. This is your life now. Running, hiding, always looking over your shoulder. You're 40 years old and you're exhausted. But you can't stop. The cartel doesn't offer retirement. Blood in, blood out. You chose this life. And this life will kill you. Somewhere in Culiacan, a 15-year-old kid stands on a corner. He watches the trucks roll by. He sees the men with money, with power, with respect. He's hungry. He wants what they have. Someone approaches him. You want to work. And the cycle continues.